guys, welcome back. So today I decided to film a video that's a little bit different, but I'm sure you've seen a few people do something similar on their channel. Basically, I was in bed the other night thinking about all the bad beauty habits that I have. So, I mean, what's bad to me might not be bad to you. Everyone's different. Everyone has their routines and their things that they like to do with their makeup and their skincare and all that sort of thing. But there are some things that I was thinking that I should really try and get out of the habit of doing or not doing. So I decided that, you know what, to hold myself a little bit more accountable, I'm going to put it on here for you guys to see, and then maybe that'll help me stick with, trying to better myself in these ways. As stupid as that may sound, but there's just a few things that I'm like, I really gotta stop doing this. And so I decided to just film it and put it up here for you guys to see. If you guys, are thinking that you guys want to post a similar video, definitely let me know, because I would love to hear what your beauty bad habits are. I mean, maybe I have more that I hadn't even thought of, so leave me a comment or post a video and let me know that you did, because I would really love to get this started and get this going so that we can all break our bad beauty habits together. So I only came up with a list of about, I think there's 7 on here, so it's not like a crazy amount, but it's still stuff that I really would like to break the habit of, so I decided, let's just do this. So the first one is that my Clarisonic has gotten really neglected. Now, if you've watched, I think it was my winter or spring favorites, I said that I got back into using my Clarisonic and I'm loving it, and I'm never going to go into the habit of not using it anymore, because your skin kind of has to go through a purging phase where it gets rid of all the bad stuff in your skin, so you kind of break out a little bit to like reveal better skin underneath. So I'd finally gotten through that stage and I was like, this is so worth it. I'm not going to stop using it anymore so I don't have to go through this again, but my skin's never look better, blah, blah, blah. Well, I got out of the habit again. And in all fairness, I think that the main reason is not, I really wanted to try and keep using it, and I was doing really well at first, but something's wrong with my Clarisonic. Like, usually I would charge it, and I don't use it twice a day, and often I don't use it every single day. I might use it every second day because I do have sensitive skin. So when I would charge it, it would last at least a week, sometimes 10 days to 2 weeks, depending, how much I was using it and for how long and stuff like that. But the charge would last like quite a long time, and now I charge my Clarisonic once, and after that one time I have to charge it again. The battery, there's something wrong with it. It's starting to die on me, and I'm really, really sad. It's no longer under warranty, but the thing is I've maybe had it for about 3 years. But if I've had it for 3 years, the thing is I haven't used it consistently for it to count as 3 years. I've been using it on and off for 3 years, so I'd say I maybe have the equivalent of like 1 year of use. So I don't think it should have stopped working like this. Anyways, right now I'm charging it, and I'm gonna give it another chance and see what I can do, but it would suck to have to buy another one because they are expensive, but they're really, really great for the skin. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I've been neglecting my Clarisonic because of that. But I'm going to try and figure this out and get back into using it because it's an amazing product, and I really hate when I stop using it and my skin starts to get bumpy again. I know a lot of you probably can't tell. Like, a lot of you say, oh, you have such pretty skin, and thank you, that's really nice. I've never had problems with major breakouts, but I do have problem with texture. I get a lot of bumps on my face, on my skin. So that's not always, like, you can't always see it through the camera, but you can definitely see it in real life. So yeah, that's one thing that the Clarisonic really was helping me with, so I really want to get back into using it, and hopefully I don't have to buy a new one. So the next bad beauty habit that I want to break is, I'm sure one a lot of you have trouble with as well, removing my makeup every single night without exception. I'd gotten really, really good at this, but sometimes when you go out, like in the summer, I'm more free, I'm not home as early at night, and I come home and I'm exhausted and I just want to crawl into bed and not remove my makeup, and it's so bad for you. Not only is it really bad for your skin because it can obviously clog your pores and make you break out and stuff like that, but it's really bad for your eyelashes as well when you think about it, because you're never giving them time to breathe, and they're always coated in something. So because if you take it off the next morning and you just put some back on, like, they're never getting a chance to breathe, so it can make your eyelashes really brittle and like easily fall out and like break and stuff like that. So it's just really important, and I really want to make sure that I continue. Like, I was doing well at some point, and this summer I'm not doing as well. And so I just want to really make sure, even if it's really quick, like, you know, just a little bit of Bioderma all over my face and I don't have time to do my full skincare routine, at least I won't have my makeup on my face. So that's definitely something that I really want to try and get back into my skincare and my makeup removing more and not neglect it as much as I have been. I mean, skincare has been pretty good, but it's just sometimes I just don't remove my makeup and it's not good. So my third thing is keeping my skin moisturized after a sunburn. Now, I know sunburns are really bad for you, and I know you should try and prevent them, and I do. I wear very high SPF, but I am a redhead and I do have fair skin naturally, so sometimes sunburns are like inevitable. They just happen no matter what I do. I mean, I wear the Water Baby sunscreen from Coppertone, like, because this is not sponsored at all, but I wear like baby sunscreen for my skin because anything else will irritate it and just cause problems. So that's how like much I really try. I wear baby sunscreen, but sometimes it's just not enough. So if I do happen to get a sunburn, or even just if I'm out in the sun and my skin kind of gets you know, a little tanned or tight because it's been in the sun all day, I really want to try and put an effort into keeping my skin moisturized, because at first I'm super good. I will put aloe. If I have a sunburn, I'm definitely putting aloe. And then, so that's good. And then a few days after, I'll follow up, like, I'm all happy with my tan, so I'll follow up with some like lotion and stuff like that, like maybe even morning and night. And then after that, I kind of just get out of the habit. And I have dry skin, so I should be moisturizing every day regardless. But sometimes I just can't be bothered, especially like, you know, after I shower, if I'm gonna be putting jeans on and stuff like that. I hate being covered in cream. That's just something, like, I like lotion like on my body, hate it on my hands, but it depends where I'm going, what I'm doing. Sometimes I don't have time to put lotion on, so sometimes that gets neglected. And in, like, obviously that my skin is like dry, and if it's been in the sun, then it'll start to flake off. So all the hard work, like, even though like I went through all the pain of the sunburn and all that, and it could at least turn into a tan after all that, but no, if I neglect to put stuff, it's just gonna peel off, and that's gonna be it. So I mean, that's definitely something that I need to work on, and I've been better this summer, but I mean, I've been putting a conscious effort into it, but sometimes, like now, like I haven't moisturized in like 3 days, so I should probably get on that, but yeah, so that's another thing. And next is sunscreen. So I really want to try and wear, like I said, I am very careful, but sometimes from day to day, if you're not expecting to go out and be in the sun, you're not going to slap on sunscreen all over your body, but that's usually when you get caught and you can get sunburns. So I want to especially focus on my face, because your face, the skin on your face is so delicate and sensitive that you really need to be careful to it and protect it. So I have gotten in the habit, hopefully I bought it. I mean, I bought it. I haven't like used it a lot yet, but I bought a moisturizer that has SPF in it. So I'm really trying to be conscious about purchasing products that have SPF built into them, so that when I put my regular makeup on, I don't even have to worry about it. It's built in, and I have at least like an SPF 15 for like going out and about. Obviously, if I know I'm going to be out in the sun, I'm going to put a stronger SPF, but if I'm just like, you know, walking around doing errands and stuff, that should usually do it. So I really want to try and break the bad beauty habit of, on days where I'm not planning on being in the sun, not wearing any SPF whatsoever. So I really want to try and break that and start implementing it in my day-to-day routine. Not washing my makeup brushes often enough. I am very guilty of that. I go for too long. You're supposed to wash them, I mean, some people say once a week. I think that's a little excessive, but once every 2 to 3 weeks, I guess, you're supposed to wash them. I don't even do it once a month, to be honest. I got into a habit at some point of doing it regularly, and it was so much easier to clean because the brushes are way less dirty, and it was great. But also, I don't like to overwash my brushes, because then they get more frail and the little hairs start to come out, and you know, if you've paid a lot for a brush, like, it kind of sucks. But at the same time, brushes can spread so much bacteria, and if you're ever wondering like, oh, why am I breaking out in this random area or something like that, think, oh, have I washed that brush recently? Because that could very well be it. Like, unless you've changed products or something, brushes, you know, harbor a lot of bacteria. So it's really important to keep them clean and put an effort into that. So I definitely want to try and break that bad beauty habit of not washing my brushes often enough. I mean, it's not that hard, but I have gotten a sample of the solid beauty blender cleanser or soap or whatever, and it worked so well. So I want to get the full thing. I think it would make my cleaning my brushes easier. So if ever you guys want to see a video on how I clean my brushes, I'd be more than happy to do that for you the next time I do clean my brushes. So just let me know in a comment. The next thing is something, I guess it's not really like a bad habit, but it kind of is, and that's being too safe with my makeup. Now, I know on this channel maybe you guys have seen some more out there looks, or I mean, I'm not even that out there. Like, some people have it on point with their out there looks. I love it, but I'm really just day to day very boring with my makeup. I wear eyeliner, like sort of similar to what I'm wearing today, but today I went with some purple on the bottom and like a pink lip, so it's a little bit funner, but usually just eyeliner on the top, mascara, and some sort of lip gloss or lipstick, and like a neutral color. And like, that's great for day to day, but I really love makeup and I have so much of it that my passion is to play around with it, and sometimes I just fall into like ruts and habits of being too safe and playing it safe and just wearing my regular makeup, you know, when I should be playing around with my makeup. And that's why I started this channel, is to give me an outlet where I could do that, where I could post some more creative looks and where it would be okay to experiment and go a little bit crazier than I usually would. So I've loved that YouTube has given that to me, and I just hope that I'm going to continue with that, and also that I'm gonna like build up the confidence to experiment more in my day-to-day life with makeup and not always be wearing the same like boring makeup as much as that. Like, if I'm going out at night or a special event, obviously I'm gonna, you know, get more glammed up and stuff like that, but from day to day it's pretty basic, and I just want to try and spice things up a little bit. And the last one kind of ties in with the one that I just mentioned, and it's getting in ruts with my makeup. And by that, also not just always doing the same look, which was my last point, but always using the same products. Now, I have the big IKEA 9 Alex drawers, whatever they're called, to store my makeup. So I do have quite a bit of makeup, and then I have my regular, like, where I do my makeup every day, kind of like a vanity, like with a mirror thing. And on there, I have like my day-to-day makeup. I have my brushes and my everyday products that I use like on an everyday basis, like my eyeliner, my mascara, my brow pencil, foundation, stuff like that. But I do have all of that makeup stored away, which I like that since I got my Alex 9 drawers, it is a lot easier for me to access my makeup than it was before. I had it in train cases and it was just more complicated to see everything that I had. So I do get more use of it now. But I have to make a conscious effort, I think, into going through my makeup maybe once a week or once at least every month, and choosing new products that I want to try out to put on my everyday like vanity that I want to be using for the next month or the next week or something like that. Because if not, I tend to always be reaching for the same things, and I have all this stuff just sitting there that I'm sure I would love, I just tend to neglect. So I really want to break that habit of always using the same products and really try and alternate, and even in my videos make more of an effort to switch things up. I mean, there are staples like my mascara and stuff like that and my eyeliner that I'm always going to use the same ones pretty much because they're my favorite, unless I'm doing some different crazy look or something. Those will be pretty much standard the same, but everything else like eyeshadow, blush, bronzer, like all those kind of things, it's fun to switch up. That's what makeup's for, it's to play around with it. And I tend to fall into ruts, and there's no point in having all this makeup if I'm not using it. So I really want to make a conscious effort in a few months, in the coming months and weeks, to switch out my makeup and use some different things. So those are my 7 beauty habits that I want to break or implement, or whatever you want to call this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed hearing my thoughts on the things that I want to work on. If you think there's anything I forgot, then leave me a comment letting me know so I can add it to my list. But I would also really like to hear from you. What's something that you do that you think you should like try and get better at? And if you want to film this entire video, go ahead. I would love to see your version of it because it's a lot of fun, and I think it helps each other out to see that we're not alone in doing some of these things. And although a lot of it's like not the end of the world, it's kind of like just fun to try and give yourself a challenge and meet your goal in, let's say, using different makeup products or something like that. So it's just in all great fun. I hope nobody takes offense to this. If ever you do something like this and you don't think it's a bad thing, that's totally fine. That's just for me personally. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me any recommendations you have down below. Subscribe if you're new. I would love to have you, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye!